Anshul Kumar. Anshul Kumar. Yes, Kaustubh. Beta, array is a class of util package. So there are some utility methods of this array class which we can use. So arrays.toString function I was using in order to display the array elements on the screen. And one util asterisk, there is a difference between util asterisk and util arrays. Child, if you, so I'm just telling you now why you should not use that. Child, the meaning of asterisk means all. Meaning of asterisk means all. So if you write the statement like import java.util.asterisk, then it simply this is an instruction for the language compiler to import all the classes of util package for that particular program. And there are so many classes in this package. And if you write only arrays, it simply means that the compiler need to only import that arrays class, and rest of the classes compiler will ignore, will not load in the random access memory. So unnecessarily, if you write asterisk, the efficiency of your program will go down, because if asterisk, then it simply means that the compiler is going to add all. Understood or not? So this is what you should avoid using. Yes, ask Kaustubh. Arrays.toString is a Java statement. Ah, then what is the problem in that? That is implicitly calculated by the Java compiler, and it is not your headache. That is not zero. That is actually the base address of that matrix. And the base address of that matrix is the address of the very first row automatically. It is not nothing. By default it is. Okay. Any other query? Any other query, please tell. Okay, now I'm going to start. So I'm just going to start the question which I gave you people for homework. And here the question was to swap rows. So here, swap rows. So first of all, just write the main method. And here I would like to write that display function. And in this display function, this matrix is passed. Simply you can write here the matrix is, and the same method which I have used that day. Kaustubh, the meaning of this statement is one row at a time, and this is the matrix. So the meaning of this for loop is extract rows one by one from this matrix. And if you write arrays dot to string within bracket I, so the whole row at a time will get printed on the screen. if you don't want to extract and print the whole row, there is another method also you can use. I will be telling to you. This is the matrix now, and this is the size of the matrix, row and col. And now here enter matrix size, that is row, this is what we have got entered, and here new scanner, the column also I have entered. Now I need to initialize it, matrix initialized, and after I have initialized I need to fill it. But I don't want to fill it manually, I want to use a random class. So random, and in order to fill that, simply you need to run that loop. So that is 0 to less than row, and here for int j will be 0 till less than column j plus plus, and here you have to write a of ij will be, that is obj dot next int passing 50. So it will receive the values from 0 to 49. And now I would like to call this function display. So before that I need to make the object of this class, which is swap rows, new swap rows, and I'm just calling this function display. I need to pass the matrix here. So if you execute this, you can see if the size is 5 by 5, this is the matrix. So matrix is automatically filled and displayed by using this statement. So till now, if you people have any doubt, then ask. Kaustubh Agrawal. No, we cannot use that. Display function here, child, I am extracting one row at a time. So suppose here the matrix is 5 by 5. So at a time I am reading this whole row with the help of this statement, which is this one. So initially in I the whole row will come, and the whole row has been displayed like this. And then next row, and then next row, then next row, like that, like that. Any problem? Okay, now. But sometimes you don't want to display a whole row then. Sometimes you want to extract the element also. So we can do with the help of this also. See that how to do that. So in that case, I started one more loop, but this time I will write I here. And what is I? What is I here? I is actually one linear array here. What is I? I is one linear array. So now inner loop j is for that linear array which I have got in terms of the row. And here within that, if you print j along with this tab space, and when it got terminated, we need to change the line. So this time also the matrix will get printed, but the whole row will not get printed at a time. The elements will get printed like this. So this method you can use anywhere if you want to process the matrix elements. But listen, we got the very first row, right? And that first row comes here. That first row comes here, and I'm printing that. Just wait, I am giving you one more example. Wait. Children, here I have got this array which is 1, 2, 34 and 45. This is the array B. And here I am writing int j colon B. And here I am simply printing this j along with one space. See what will happen. The size is 5 by 5. In that method, I have printed 1, 2, 34, 45. So it is extracting all the elements of this integer array B with the help of this loop. So if you focus on the previous code, that code is actually extracting the row with the help of the I loop and but printing the elements of that row with the help of the j loop. Where I is not a simple variable, it is actually one linear array which is representing one of the row of the matrix at a time. If still you people have any doubt, then please ask. Please tell, beta. B part. These are the elements for int j colon B. B is what? B is the array. And that is j. Just execute that. 50, 45, 34, 21. All the elements will get printed. Any problem? And if you, even if you change this, suppose it is a string and the values are Sajal, Ravi, Vinith, Prakash. And if you change the data type here, it will extract this string array also. No problem. The size is 5, no problem, but you can see that on the screen, Sajal, Ravi, Vinith, Prakash. So this is how we can extract the elements of the array. Whether it is a string array, if it is a double type array, here you need to write double. If this is long type array, you need to write long. If this is integer type array, you need to write integer. Int j will represent one of the element. Here j is representing one of the element of that row. Simple. J is representing one of the element of that row. Simple. So today what you have to do, just execute some code at your home, simply on your PC. Please execute. Things will become more clear. Okay. Now I would like to do the question which I gave last time. Children, shall I proceed? Okay. Okay, now children, this is how we have filled the matrix, and this time I am not going to use this. The thing is, after filling the matrix, here I would like to print the whole matrix like this. It is ARR of I. This is another way you can use. It is not ARR, it is A. Let us see that. You can see the whole matrix we have printed. And if I am doing R by 2, what will happen? The half of the matrix, the half of the rows will get printed. The size is 5, so first two rows will get printed, and last three rows will not get printed. If I am using equals to here, then the first three rows will get printed. First three rows will get printed. I hope there is no issue. It is clear. Any problem? Okay. Now I would like to show you the index numbers. And this time the normal method will be used. So it is up to rows. And here if you go for this one, which is column J++, so here you should write I this bracket plus I plus this comma plus J plus this one. This is what we have to write. And after that I need to change the line. See what to do. Here the size is 5 by 5 and you can see the index numbers of each and every element. Children, this is the very first row. This is the very first row. This is the last row. And what you have to do? You have to swap the first row with the last row. And since this is the row at the center, so this will not go anywhere. This will remain here only. And what will happen? The second row will get swapped with the second last. So children, just now, and one more thing I would like to show you, that if it is by 2, see what happens. The first two rows, the index numbers of first two rows will get printed. But suppose I want to print the index number of last two rows, what to write? Here I should write row minus I minus 1. And here column will remain same. No need to write that. See that. So the index number of last two rows on the screen. So if you want to swap, what to do? If you want to swap, you need to take one variable t, which is initially a of ij. And what is this a of ij? It is one of the element of the first row when I was 0. And when I is 1, this will be one of the element from the second row. When I is 2, then it will be one of the element from the third row. So suppose I is 0 and it is one of the element of the first row. And this will be swapped with that, which is row minus I minus 1 and j. I just explained you how to extract the index number of the last row. So this is the, so when I am accessing the very first element from the first row, then at the same time I am extracting the very first element from the last row. And here it is row minus I minus 1 and it is j is equals to t. Children, swapping done. I need to create the object before this. And here I need to just call this function, passing this a before swapping. And here I need to call this function after swapping. And now execute this. This is the 5 by 5 matrix. And now you can see that swapping has been done. Initially it was the very first row. And now after swapping it became the last row. It is the second row. And after swapping it became the second last. This was the last row and it became the first. This was the second last row and it became the second. And the row at the middle will not go anywhere. If the size of the matrix is 6 by 6, suppose, there is no middle row here. So first row will be swapped with the last one, second row will be swapped with the second last one, and the third row will be swapped with the third last one. So children, this is how we have done the swapping parts. So if you, ha beta, please ask. No, it can be any, it can be of any size. And with random, you have the, uh, suppose it is 8 by 7. So it's okay. So when you are doing practical exam, better to use random class in order to fill the matrix or all. So now you can see if it is 8 by 7 matrix, there are 56 elements. So 56 elements manually, if you are going to fill, it will take a lot of time. I hope you people have understood. Any problem? Okay. Now we are moving to the second question, which I want to discuss, the traversal method of a matrix. So row wise traversal you all have seen. Okay. Now here I hope everybody knows what is a matrix transpose. I hope you know this. Okay. Yes. But that is having a limitation. That cannot be used like this. That will input only the value between 0.0 to 1.0. But here it can, we can extend the range. That's why I always prefer this. Okay. Now here, children, this is the matrix I have got. And if I want to print the index numbers, index numbers are the same way and here I would like to write that I plus, comma plus, j plus, this is what I want to do. Okay. Now see that the size is 5 by 5 and you can see the index numbers. Children, this is very first row. Index numbers of the elements of the very first row. And then it is followed by the index number of the elements of the second row. Then index numbers of the elements of the third row. Then index numbers of the elements of the fourth row. And finally fifth row. This is row wise traversal. And children, suppose you want to traverse column wise. Then what you have to do? Here I am just writing row wise. And here I would like to traverse column wise. What to do? Just copy this code, paste it here, and things will change like this. Here column will come, here row will come, and here you need to change j with I and I with j. Now see that it is 5 by 5 matrix. And now you can see that it is the very first row, and the very first column was 0011203040, and now the elements, the index number column wise are like this: 00102030 and 40. The mapping has been done. And this is how you can extract column wise. So I'm traversing column wise, but printing has been done row wise. So the index number of the elements of the first column will be on the very first row. And same with the second column, same with the element of the second column, same with the element of the third column, same with the element of the fourth column, and same is with the element of the fifth column. And you need not to worry about only a small change here, which was the row, now it became column, column became row, and ij you have to interchange. This is what you have to do. Any problem, children? Beta, please tell. Class 11. Lavanya, beta, any issue, any problem? बेटा ट्रांसपोज का मतलब ये होता है कि जो आपकी रो है वो कॉलम में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी, एंड द कॉलम विल गेट कन्वर्टेड टू द रो. This is transpose. Okay, so in transpose we will be using the same logic. Okay, so I will be telling you how to use that, but before that I would like to show you something. Here I just want to print a of ij along with this tab, and here few variables. I would like to find out the smallest from each and every row of the matrix. And here, if small is more than a of ij, then this small will be a of ij. And here after that, I am just printing small. So see what happens. It is a 5 by 5 matrix. And you can see that here within the very first row, the smallest element is 0, which is right here. And in the second row, the smallest element is 1, which is this one. In the last row, the smallest element is 2. So what I have done here, children, if you see that index numbers of that, it is row, it is column, it is I, and it is J. Just see that. So in this, what I have done, if you see the code, when I was considering the very first row, what I have done, the element at 0, 0 index, I have considered that this element is smallest, which is 4. You can see I have done it here. What I have done is small a of I 0 will get stored in this small. So this 0 column is fixed because the beginning element of every row belongs to the very first column. And what will change? Only the row index number. So for the first row it is 0 0, for the second row it is 1 0, for the third row it is 2 0, for the fourth row it is 3 0, and for the fifth row it is 4 0. So this is what I have done. I have considered the very first element, and at the same time I am printing the elements of the rows also. But if the element which I have considered, if it is more than any other element of the array, then immediately that element of the matrix will replace that. So after that, when the whole row got printed, after that I printed that smallest element, and after that this I will get incremented. I have picked the second row and will start doing the same operation. If any confusion, then please tell. This is how I have printed the whole matrix along with the smallest element in each and every row. I am just going to show you one more time. The matrix size is 4 by 5, and you can see that the smallest from each and every row is right here. For this row it is 7, for this row it is 6. And the traversal has been done row wise. If you have any confusion, children, please tell. Kaustubh, any problem, any confusion? Lavanya, Sushmita, okay. Now children, what I want to do is, I want to find out the largest from each and every column. And remember, then in order to find out the largest from each and every column, you need to traverse the matrix column wise. So for column wise, you have to write this. I told you earlier also. And the first element for every column I have to consider as large. So I will be needing a variable which is large. And what I need to do is, large will be a of 0, because this time row index will be same and I will be changing. So for the first column it is 0 0, for the next column it is 0 1, for the next column it is 0 2, for the next column it is 0 3, like that. And now I have to find out. How to find out? If the large which I have considered, if it is more than, if it is smaller than this one, I need to write a of j of I, that I have explained just now. And in that case, large will be replaced like this. And when this loop terminates, what? J of I. Okay, now here what to do is, suppose the size is 4 by 5. There is a small message, this is not required, but you can see that the output is coming from this column. The largest element is 13. From this column the largest element is 15. For this column the largest element is 13 again. For this column it is 16, and from this column it is 19. So this is how you can traverse the element of the matrix row wise and then column wise. This is very, very important. Remove that. So children, if you have any problem, then please tell. We just run this one more time, and this time it is 10 by 10. Now you can see that The smallest element is 2 and the largest element is 19. The smallest element is 1 and here the largest element is 18. So this is what we have done. The elements below this last red line represents the largest element, and then the elements towards the right side of this line represent the smallest element. So children, this is how we can extract the elements. This is how you can do the traversal, row wise and then column wise. Any confusion, then please tell. Please tell, children. Any confusion, class 11th? Okay. One small thing I would like to tell you, because till now I have taught only one program. So children, I would like to show you what is a transpose matrix. So I would like to transpose a square matrix first, and in the next class I will be explaining how to transpose a non-square matrix also. So transposing a matrix simply means that wait okay, just remove this part only and remove this part only. So in order to transpose, children, what to do? First of all, I would like to show you the index numbers, because every time whenever you do any program, index numbers are very important. Wait. Okay. So now here, for int 0 till it is less than row, it is, and here for this is from 0 till it is less than column, j plus plus, and here for index numbers, that is I plus this comma plus j plus this bracket, and here after that I need to change the line. What happened? It is not asking for the row. Children, you can see that this is a 5 by 5 matrix and this is the main diagonal. And in order to transpose, what I need to do is the values, the elements at index number 1, 0 and 0 and 1 we need to swap. Similar way, 4 and this 4 comma 0 will be swapped with 0 comma 4. This 4 comma 2 will get swapped with the element which is 2 comma 4, and 4 comma 3 will get swapped with the element at 3 comma 4. And if you perform all these operations, transpose of the square matrix will be done. And remember one thing, that in the transpose of the matrix, the main diagonal remains unaffected. It will not change. The elements will not go anywhere of the main diagonal. So here what to do is, I'm just going to swap. So, but this time, since it is a square matrix, I don't want to change that. I have started this loop from I plus 1. And these variables also we don't need. And here we need only one variable, which is t is equals to a of ij and a of j of I A of ij will receive A of j of I, and A of j of I will receive t. And here already we have created the, no, we have not. I'm just making this function a static so that I need not to create the object of the class. So it is before transpose and it is after transpose. You see that? What happened? It is a 5 by 5 matrix, and you can see that the transpose has been done. Uh, there are some, wait, 3 by 3 matrix. Now you can see that this is the main diagonal and it will remain same here. And what I have done, 9 and 8 are swapped, 11 and 6 are swapped, and further 2 and 7 are swapped. This is transpose matrix. And why I have started this loop j from I plus 1? Because if I am accessing the element at ij index number, and if I reverse the index numbers here, j a of ij with a of j of I, then I will be able to extract the elements of the lower triangle and upper triangle. And since the main diagonal is not affected, so since we don't want to disturb that main diagonal, that's why I started the loop from I plus 1. Because if I is 0, then I plus 1 will be 1, 0 comma 1, and then 1 comma 0. I don't want to start the loop from even I, because if I am writing here I, then it will be 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3, sorry, 0 0 1 1 2 2, like that. So I don't need that. Better, in order to save our time, you should write the loop from I plus 1. And using this way you can extract the index numbers. Yes, yes, any doubt? Class 11th, Ayushi Vats, Palak Singh, Lavanya, but any doubt? Then also it's correct. No difference, no difference. I am telling you, output will come, and the difference is only that, the difference is, listen, if I am starting this loop from 0, then also there is no issue. Then also the output will come. See that. If it is 4 by 4, you can see the output will come. But this time it took, output is not coming. Okay, see. The reason is, actually the reason is, here once it got transposed and then further again it got reversed. Actually एक बार आपका transpose हुआ, but when it reached at that triangle in the upper, then again swapping was done. So better if you write I, see what happens. Beta, there is no change because the main diagonal will not change. And if you write I, then j of I will be same that time. And if you write I here, suppose if you are writing 0, then you have to just place one condition. If j is more than I, then swap. Then it will come. Suppose it is 3 by 3. It will come like this. If it is 4 by 4, it is 4 by 4, 11, 6, 2, 4. It's coming. 11, 2, 7, 0. Yes, it is coming. So, if you write I plus 1, there is no need of writing this much. No need of even writing the condition and specifying the condition. I hope you people have understood. Ten to 11, 11. First row, and now it became the first column. Second row 0 to 8, 12. 0 to 8, 12. Now it is in the second column. Yes, it's done. So, if you put I, then also it's correct. But I will understand. But when you write code after class 12 in your at your college level, then definitely it will give you the message that you don't know that the row and column index are same. When you know that the row and column index are same, then what is the purpose of writing that? So always try to save your time, save compiler time. Always try to do that. So write the code which is efficient, which saves processor time. So I have posted the Google form link for attendance. So please mark your attendance. And if you have any doubt, then you can ask your queries after filled your you have marked your attendance. Yes, Sushmita. Beta, you want to ask anything? Harsh Chauhan, Varun Dwivedi, any doubt? Kushagra Garg, Maulik Mehrotra, Saksham Kalra, Kartike Pandey, any doubt? Sajal Chandra, Arun Pandey, Mayank Singh, Ayush, yes, beta, ask. Yeah, meeting code I will, that recording I will send. Mehul Singh, any doubt? Palak Singh, Vibhor Vash, beta, any doubt? Anybody who has not understood today's traversal method and transpose? Ayush Singh, you have problem. Okay. Udbhav Agarwal. So, children, in the next class, I will be sharing a code which is generic code, and it will convert, it can transpose any matrix, whether it is a square matrix or not. And that is a generic method. In order to save time, if it is a square matrix, you always try to prefer this method which I have explained just now. Because in that case, you need not to traverse each and every element of the matrix. You need to traverse either the upper triangle of the main diagonal or the lower triangle of the main diagonal. Right? Ayush Shukla, Good morning. Any doubt? Okay, now after, please leave the session if you have marked your attendance. Thank you. Baba, welcome, beta. Bye. Welcome.